Before we get going into the video, my name is Brando for the new viewers. I'm the founder of Brandlux Media. We are an e-commerce growth agency. We've been able and so fortunate to work with 100 plus partners. And so the reason I started this channel is to document every framework that I know is proven to work and that actually work so that you can get some value from it and, hopefully make your business a success. With no further ado, I hope you enjoy this video. In this video, I'm going to bring you through the exact funnel of an multiple 8-figure brand. And this brand is doing amazing, and the reason why I want to show you this process is because as we work with our clients, whether they're doing 6, 7, or 8 figures or more, we always funnel hack their best direct competitors. We basically look at their entire funnel, study everything, and this is a huge process, and which actually I would say transparently allows us to get the results in the first place. When we scale companies and when we work with brands, e-commerce brands. So I'm gonna bring you through their funnel, their advertorial strategy, their ads, their VSLs, basically everything, so that we can kind of understand their process and why it's working in the first place together in this video, in this training. Okay, with no further ado, we have a lot to cover. Let's get right into it. Cool, so this is going to be an exciting video because, funnel hacking and actually studying successful brands is one of my favorite activities to do, if I have to be honest, because I'm a very curious person by nature. And so I love to spend time analyzing, the proportion between videos, images, and carousels they're running, the advertorials that they're testing, the offers that they're testing, and many times we actually also buy the product. So, we part of my team members just have products that they never used or are not even interested in using just in their house, just because we actually buy them in some cases, not every time. Of course, sometimes we are just very curious and we just want to go through the entire funnel. We also sign up for their email list. We know exactly how they're running things and why they're working in the first place, which is the most important thing for you to know, for us to know, for everybody to know. If you understand the framework and why things work, you can not easily, but eventually start replicating them for your own e-commerce business and make them work for you. At the end of the day, you also have to remember, before I move on here, that if it works for them, it's not 100% guaranteed that it's going to work for you, but you can take inspiration from their tests and their funnels. So the company that we're going to study is Bello Cosmetics, or Try Bello. This is what they go after. They're running 3,640 ads across multiple social media platforms and just in general. I think they're running over 300 on the meta ads. We can perhaps take a look and see. I don't remember what they're doing, but let's take a look. If we just go here and filter by active, okay, this is not the ads they're running, but if we filter by active ads, they should be running a couple hundred, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 220. So this is, it depends from brand to brand, but just knowing that they test a bunch of different creatives and they're scaling, this should be multiple 6 figures a month in ad spend. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're spending like $200,000-$300,000 per month in ad spend. So they're doing quite well. And then of course there's Google, there's TikTok, there's a bunch of other things, influencer partnerships, affiliates, there's a bunch of other things that they're doing, right? So I love to study companies that are crushing it, and this is definitely one that's doing quite well. Now, the first thing that I want to show you over here, I have quite a lot to show you in terms of their funnel. I want to go through their funnel first, and as I go through the funnel, or let me change my mind. Before showing you this diagram, I have a lot to show you here, which is basically their funnel and then some strategies that they're using and some frameworks. So I have some things to talk about over here, but I do want to mention this tool that I'm using, which is called Acha, which I mention every single time when I do videos. The link is down below. We're actually strategic partners, and I don't do partnerships many times, but I do partner with those 2, 3, maybe 4 either software brands or just good companies, if I truly believe that they add value. And they're all companies that we use personally within our clients, or we use personally. So just FYI, this is an amazing tool, and it allows you to funnel hack the entire process. And so all you have to do is follow the company. You can look at the ads. What I like to do is filter by longest running ads, because these are the ads that are essentially running for the longest amount of period. I also like to filter by active, so we only study ads that are active. And you can see basically all of these ads have been running since January. This one has been since November, basically 1 year. And I don't even know a platform that allows you to run ads for 1 year. Like if you go on TikTok, TikTok is great, but after 2, 3, 4 weeks, the ads just go down, and you need to like recreate and reinvent the wheel. With Facebook, and this is probably why the distribution of spend between all of the brands are like 60% towards Facebook. 60 or 65% of the global e-commerce spend when it comes to D2C brands is going towards Facebook, probably because it's the best platform when it comes to scaling and just maintaining these profitable ads. I've never it's quite rare to find a platform that just you can just keep running ads for a year. It's very, very good. Why I love Meta so much. Now, the first thing that I want to do is basically within this process is study the entire funnel of their ads. Like, what are they doing with their ads?
Women in their 60s.
The first thing that we can notice is that they're running 4-minute ads.
This is my last.
In this case, they're running 10-minute ads. So what they're doing here, and we can go through a couple of examples,
Love this hair growth boost.
is they're running VSL, like small mini VSLs. And a 10-minute VSL is not even a mini VSL, it's like a standard VSL, but like a 4 or 5 minute, it's like maybe a mini VSL, and they're doing that on like direct response ads, so on the front end. And typically this works well for like products where you can that are very, very saturated. So you need to like, even before having somebody to click, you need to educate them even before they click. So if they click, they kind of already know what they're dealing with, and then there needs to be a lot more nurturing being done, and we're going to talk about that as we go on through their funnel. As you can see here, they have a bunch of pages that they're testing. So let's just take a look at this ad very quickly. We're not going to take a look at this entire process, but I just want you to have an understanding.
Hey, did you know what your hair? Women in their 60s love this hair growth booster. Hey, did you
So that's a decent hook.
know what your hair is composed of? Keratin. When it comes to hair loss, or
Education,
shedding, in reality,
educating.
the focus should be on producing more keratin. Sure, producing enough keratin for basic hair growth might be simple, but ensuring your hair grows both.
There's a lot of visuals, and the thing that I like about here is that they're actually shifting scenes. Their scenes are like 2 to 3 seconds long at the most. Just notice.
And full,
One,
that's where the
one,
challenge lies.
two,
Yet,
one,
many overlook
2,
this,
3.
immediately
Like
turn to
it's
solutions
super fast paced, which is great, and at the same time it's extremely informative. And at the same time, there's graphical and representations of what the voiceover actor or whoever is speaking is like talking about. So if they're speaking about hair loss, they're literally showing a graphic as you saw here before. This is actually very good.
composed of keratin. When it comes to hair
Stuff like
loss
that,
or shedding,
I like a lot.
the focus should be on producing more keratin.
Yeah. So these things are very good. These graphical representations are like kind of like the essence of also kind of like doing a VSL. You're showcasing, you're talking about pain points, you're bringing through different levels of awarenesses. So you're addressing people that are completely unaware, because you're speaking about the advantage of creatine, whatever the substance that they were talking about. They're talking about the evolutions of what most problems are and why you're losing hair. So they're educating you, and then they're offering a solution, of course, towards the end. Okay, see the product in the hand, and they're probably showcasing like results from other people, right? So I like this a lot. Go through their funnel. I'm not gonna go through this right now because you can do this by yourself, but just to give you some pointers on why what strategy they're using. They're doing mini VSLs on the front end, so this is working very well. Next thing is we're gonna actually go ahead and look at these pages. One thing that allows our clients as well to really get the ball rolling and scaling, most importantly, is testing different offers. Just like you test a bunch of different ads, you should be able and you should be willing and have the time to start testing some offers, right? Just like you test ad, you should test angles and offers, okay? And this is the offer testing and split testing the offers and the landing pages are probably the highest leverage thing that you can do when it comes to growing and scaling in e-commerce. Like, making a better ad will decrease your cost per clicks, will increase your conversion rates for sure, but like presenting an offer that is way better compared to maybe offer one that you were testing, that could increase average order value and conversion rate basically within 24 hours. Like, it's almost an instant thing, which is why I love conversion rate optimization. So what they do here is basically they send traffic to their product page, but mostly, as you can see over here, 30% of their 35%, almost 36% of their page or of their traffic is going to an advertorial. If we sum it up, 36 plus 16 plus all of these other ones, they're advertorials. As you can see, advertorial number 1, and I'm going to show you what they have. They're all advertorial, so like the majority of their cold traffic is going towards, let me show you this later. I close the pages, I have to open them again. Bear with me for just a second. So this is the page that I was talking about. This is the first advertorial. This is also another advertorial, just to show you. Over here. And this is the beauty of this app. You can track all of their landing pages without having to like click and figure this out. You can just look at this chart and understand the distribution of traffic. Okay, so this is an advertorial that I really I think it's really good. It has visual impact. It's telling, let's see what the headline is. This hair straightening product is quickly becoming a must-have for all women experiencing stress-induced hair loss. So this is just a direct response, kind of like pain point. Here's the problem, or an article about this. And so let's just see. Ladies, I'm going to share the secret that big corporations have been hiding from you. Wearing hair. So they're telling a story, and this is like a 4-week transformation or whatever. So they're telling a story here. They're doing the same thing and split testing it with this other advertorial. One of America's most celebrated doctors reveals the truth behind best-selling biotin-infused hair growth supplements and why they simply don't work. So what they're doing here is something very interesting. So first of all, they are trying to get more authority and build more trust by presenting an article that is basically written by a doctor, or one of America's most celebrated doctors reveal. So this is by far, immediately you get authority because you're reading an article from one of the most whatever viral or interesting or important doctors in the United States or whatever, in America. The truth behind reveals the truth behind best-selling biotin-infused hair growth supplements and why they simply don't work. So what they're doing here is they're basically putting one of the pain points that the ideal avatar customer has probably been going through, because if they're losing hair, they have probably tried this biotin-infused whatever hair growth and why it didn't work. So we're explaining why it didn't work. We're not directly selling our product. We're explaining why it didn't work. And as we explain that, scientifically prove that is basically a scam and it doesn't work, then we start introducing our product, which is basically the solution to their problem. And what I like about this advertorial is that they basically also have this cool section that follows, that reminds them about the product, its features, very simply put. Check availability, you can check, and then a bunch of social proof. So 22,000 reviews, right? So these types of advertorials work very well. And then they have a bunch of reviews. So it's a bit of a more direct response advertorial. It's not just an article, right? It's like actual selling through stories. And they've been doing this. They actually do this with other articles as well. If you go over here, they do this with many other articles as well. So I love this about them. And let me just go to this slide over here, just to show you kind of like their overall funnel, and then perhaps I can show you some other things on the other side. So this is basically their funnel. Mini VSL, as I told you, they work super well for them. Some ads have been running for over a year, which is proof that they work well. They send to advertorials, so they use I believe 4 or 5 major advertorials with different styles and different headlines. This is also another one, 5 reasons why. They're doing a 5 reason why Bello Hair Helper is on everyone's winter 2024 whitelist. And so, that's a 5 reason why article. We also have another client that's doing 7 reasons why, and those work quite well actually. So, sales page, they go to a sales page. As I add to cart, we will see something like this, which is basically an add extra products and save up to 60%. So they're basically doing some small little upsells and downsells, and this can really add up, and you can choose to say no thank you or continue to checkout. So it's very standard, but it's a quick cross sell, I like to say. One other thing that I noticed is that they're actually using Funnelish or ClickFunnels to go through the entire funnel. And I did also see, this is their Shopify page, but they're also split testing it with another page that they built basically on on like funnelish or ClickFunnels or something like that. And what they're doing, let me just show you how it looks live, because I really like what they're doing over here. Let me just go back over here and actually go through the sales process. And as I go through it, let me just touch a couple of points. So this is the other page. So as I was explaining, some traffic is going towards this page, which is, I believe, their like Shopify page or whatever. And another portion of the traffic is going to this page after they basically go advertorial, they click check availability, and they go to this more in-depth sales page. This is kind of like a product page, but it's more in-depth and it has like a structure to it. So it's kind of like a a personalized landing page just for this product. What I do like about what they have over here is, other than showing authority, etc., is that they have a bunch of FAQ questions. And the reason why they have a bunch, it's because if you're selling health products, supplement products, things that you ingest, things that you put on your skin, there's a high chance that people are just going to be skeptical. So they have a bunch of different questions answered over here, and this is their objection handling kind of section. Also note that they don't go crazy on this page. It's not like super long. There's just social proof on the top section over here. Let me slow down so you can see it. There's just some information on the product. There's scarcity, of course, as always. There's social proof, some quick couple sections on how it works and what they can expect with like week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever, how it compares to other competitors, and then the guarantee. And then there's a bunch of just objection handling sections and reviews. So it's not a super in-depth sales page. I think this sales page, because they go directly to this, is actually the same exact thing. There's split testing, and I'm actually exploring this with you as we speak. It's the same thing, but they're just split testing this offer. So 1 unit, 2 units, 2 plus 2, and buy 3, get 3 for free. So they're probably just split testing this section over here. So interesting. Good to know, because what happens here is that as you go through this funnel, you buy. And this is the checkout process that I wanted to share. In my opinion, this kind of looks a little bit sketchy with, like, this could be a lot better branded, but if they're doing it, it means that it's working. This section, I don't mind too much. I would just play a bit less with these. It's just, I think it could be better branded in my opinion, but it's working for them. So let's keep on going and analyzing this funnel. So limited stock, always have urgency. They have a timer, which I like, for like 10 minutes. And they have a 3 bundled option. And I do like this kind of like order bump or upsell, where they basically are able to upsell you a subscription if you read this. And this description that I selected, let's just say I selected 6 months, it will automatically update. So if I deselected, it's a 6-month supply. If I select it, it's delivery every 6 months. So it's like, and free shipping, whatever. So there's like a subscription to it. I like that they have these trust badges, whatever. They have reviews over here. And this is just a very standard checkout. And then they have a bunch of reviews over here. And then, of course, the FAQ section, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, I like this a lot. One other thing that I love about what I'm seeing here is that they have a bunch of about emails and phone numbers that they can call. Also, over here. So if they want to, they can join, if they want to subscribe, but also if they want to cancel, you're telling them that they can just call and it will be canceled. My hypothesis is that it's still going to be hard for people to cancel, because every single time people call these numbers, they actually try to upsell you more products, but it's part of the sales game, right? That's what businesses do sometimes. And so I like this a lot. Cool. So now that we went through that funnel, this was basically this page. I did not buy this product, but I do know, and I'm really 1000% confident that they do have upsells, because they wouldn't show a funnel like this. I know these brands. And so they have probably, they showcase, typically what ends up happening with upsells is that the customer sees two or 3 additional upsells or downsells. So this is what I recommend for you to do. Upsell 1, something more expensive that is complementary to what they just bought, or the same exact product, just in more quantities. So because you're saying, hey, there's extremely limited stock. If you want to get ahead of the curve without having to basically finish your product and then end up having to wait and stop your hair growth cycle, save 50% and buy more now, so that you can just save a avoid the opportunity or the chance of you, like, you know, what I said before, just essentially not being able to buy the product again because it's out of stock. So upsell 1, if they reject, you show them a downsell. If they accept the upsell 1, you show them an upsell. A downsell is just maybe a cross-sell product, or maybe the same exact offer but like at less quantity. So if you did a 12-pack here, you can do like a 6-pack or a 3-pack over here. Typically this needs to be less expensive. This is why it's called a downsell compared to the main offer, which is in this case was like $50 or whatever. Then what they do is that they do upselling on the thank you page. I know that, you know, most brands do it. If they're not, they're leaving money on the table, I think. So they have like a thank you page, which is just like sometimes even a video explaining them how it works, a small little VSL there as well. And then there's also the opportunity of, like, you know, offering multiple other products towards the bottom of the page. Or they also give out like a discount, which is maybe 10, 15, 20% for your next purchase. So things like this work. And so this is pretty much their funnel. Now let me go through the advertorial strategy that I know that they're using and what we have been seeing great results for. The reason why I love advertorials is because, first of all, you are warming your customers or your potential customers on a much deeper level, like way deeper level. And what you are able to do eventually also is just add extra layers of retargeting. So you're adding extra layers of retargeting if you showcase people an extra page. So what ends up happening here and what they're doing is that they're showing ads, the mini VSLs, which is already an informative video, and they're redirecting to an advertorial and then to the product page. What you can do then is that basically you can just set up a retargeting pool of people that just visited this advertorial, and you can retarget them either with another advertorial to solve another pain point because maybe this didn't resonate with them and it didn't work. You do the same thing with another advertorial, or you can retarget these people just directly to the product page. Some people choose not to, including some of our clients, and it really is based on how you structure the ad account. But in some cases, we just like keep the flow very simple and we just scale by testing the different advertorials. However, if you do want to end up doing precise retargeting, for those of you, let me just take a step back. For those of you who don't know, when you set up like a CBO campaign with no exclusions, what Facebook will do is that 10-15% of that audience will be retargeting. So 80%, 85%, 90% will be cold, ice cold prospects, and then it will automatically kind of retarget. Sometimes we do exclude purchasers and existing customers. So in that case, when we do that, we can set up like these retargeting pools that are a lot more unique and personalized. And so this is the funnel that I would create: retargeting, then you retarget to different advertorials or directly to the product page. This works very well, and it increases conversion rate because they're just warmer. Okay, this works very well. Now let's talk about winning advertorial frameworks, because there's a lot of ways to actually structure an advertorial. And by the way, why am I even speaking about advertorial? Well, because it's a really big, significant, important aspect of how they are basically scaling their brand. As I showed you before, over here, 60-70% of their traffic or something like that is just based on advertorials. So just because of that, that's proof on why I'm showing you these things and going through these concepts. But essentially, these are just my 3 personal favorite and what we've also seen reflected on the examples that I showed you. But first of all, X reasons why, the one that they're doing over here, 5 reasons why, this works very well. So X reasons why, storytelling, which is the first one that I showed you, which is this one over here, and then third-party review landing page. And this is a more unique approach, but essentially what they're doing is that you're sending traffic to a third-party landing page that maybe has a different domain, and they're talking about your product, so it's kind of like unbiased. And what some people do is that, let me actually go through this. You can set it up on your website, which is what they're doing. So you set up your normal domain and you just create an article or a listicle or an advertorial. Or if you want to go a step ahead, and I've seen this several times, if you want to do like a 5 reasons why or a third-party review, whatever, about your product or the top 5 products in the market, you can set up a new product page, or a new like website So you can call it like besthairlossproducts.com or something like that. You connect the Facebook page so people see that as a Facebook page, and so everything is a lot more unbiased. And then of course you link the article to directly to the landing page or the product page, or perhaps even the same advertorial. You see and you have to test. But these are my 3 personal favorites because they just work. Storytelling is my favorite because stories sell. If you are a good storyteller and you touch the right pain points, kind of like how they're doing over here, you can really crack the code. If I have to choose between what I would test initially for my own brand, I would choose something like this. Where is it? I lost the funnel. I think it's the other one where we talk about the story. But also this is kind of like a story. We're telling a story about how, this person talks about this problem. Okay? That's it for this video. I hope you saw some value, but if you want a funnel hack and go through everything, use this tool. It's really, really valuable. You don't have to use my link, I don't care, but use it because it's extremely valuable. We spend all of our time. We have, I think, the biggest plan, which is $150. There's also a plan for $50 as well, but we really study the ads. One thing that I did not show you here, which I probably should have showed you, is that you can actually click on the ad and create similar scripts. It will transcribe the script for you. You can download the video. You can do whatever you want. You can track every single thing, category, running time, and you can transcribe it. You can create similar scripts. If you click on it, something will pop up, and I'm not gonna do it now. You can explore this, but we use this tool to create similar scripts that are proven to work because we leverage processes and frameworks like this brand that are already proven to work, so we create similar scripts from it. Okay, that's it for this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. It was around 30 minutes. I apologize if it was too long, but let me know if you have any questions regarding this topic or anything else. As usual, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and see you in the next video. All right, bye for now. On a side note, before I end it off here, if you actually own an e-commerce business and you want your business and your brand to be audited, we can just hop on a call, hop on a free strategy session with myself or one of my team members, and we can pretty much have a conversation about your roadmap towards next year and how perhaps you can reach your goals. The conversation is very laid back. It's honestly just to understand if there's an opportunity for us to do even business together one day. Okay? With no further ado, thank you once again. And who knows, maybe see you in the next masterclass.